Hey traders, welcome back to another video. If it's your first time seeing the channel, my name is Rich, a full-time trader. I've been doing this for about 6 years. Now, this video is part two of an account that I took on with the 5%ers. It's a $5,000 account, and I'm going to attempt to grow that account through the funding stages, reaching the $4 million max funding level on that account. So before I show the account, I just want to take a moment to say I am blown away by the amount of support the channel has received. I mean, I'm just a normal guy who rocks up to trade the financial markets. I do my best with it and I share a little bit of that journey publicly. And to have over 500 views on that last video and 340 people that have said, I'll follow along on this journey and actually click subscribe to the channel. It blows my mind. Genuinely, it blows my mind. So I'm going to do my best to share as much value as I can. And if I can do my best and show you all the good, then please stick with me through the bad, because that's exactly what the account's experiencing at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up on the screen and I'll show you where the account is. I'll show you what my plans are with the account, and we'll also talk about what I can do to improve it moving forward. So here's the trading account, and I know what you might be thinking. Rich, is your equity curve upside down? Unfortunately, not. My equity curve is not upside down. We're actually going through a bit of a drawdown on the account at the moment. We can see top left, we're down $116, which is a little bit over 2%. Now, it pains me to see this because I have to take full ownership of where the account is right now. And I know you might be thinking, but Rich, it's okay to go through losing streaks. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's okay to go through losing streaks, but them losing streaks consist of two components. So, number one, you have good drawdown. And number two, you have bad drawdown. Now, good drawdown is where you're trading a proven profitable strategy. You've back tested it, you've forward tested it, you've got a track record, you know you're trading it well, you're taking good quality trades, and you're taking good stop losses. Trading is a probabilities game. We're never going to get away from drawdown. Drawdown is going to always be a natural and a healthy part of our trading journey. That's good drawdown, where you follow your trading plan perfectly and you experience losses. Bad drawdown, however, is where you start wandering off the path of your trading plan and you take on unnecessary losses in the trading account. And in full ownership, that is what I did in this account. And I did it for one reason. This account is on my trade copier, and I had another account in there which was about 0.5% from finishing phase two and becoming another live funded account. And I listened to that little voice inside my head and I got greedy. I looked at this trade and I said, we're now about to hit my take profit. However, the account on the copy is going to be up 4.5%. You need a little bit more. This trade looks like it could go a bit further. Why don't you just move your take profit ever so slightly? And I did. I moved my take profit just a bit further, enough that I knew that that account would pass and become another live funded account. And the trade rolled over and went straight to stop loss. And I was just left devastated. And I wasn't devastated that I took a loss. I was devastated that I decided to listen to my emotions when I'm in a trade. To make profits again and again and again, you need a proven profitable edge. You need to manage risk and you need to be able to execute on that exactly the way that your strategy tells you. So this account should be about $60 in profit. It's $116 down. And that's why it sucks even more, because I have to own that. So I'm not too bothered about sharing it publicly because it gives me an extra level of accountability. And I know that as traders, I won't be the only one that's going through this kind of stuff. We all go through these kind of difficulties where we do things in our trading account that isn't necessarily best practice. So let's run through a few statistics on the account and we can see exactly where we are. We've taken 30 trades on the account. 17 of them have been closed in profit. 13 of them have been closed at a loss. We've had 8 long trades. We've had 22 short trades. Normally within my trading plan, I'm about 50-50. So at the moment, the market's just setting up a few more short trades than long trades. And we're down, as we said earlier, $116 on the account. So 56% win rate sounds really, really good until you look down here and say my best profit was $16. My biggest loss was $28. So a little bit over 0.5% was my biggest loss. You can see right at the bottom, this is the telltale sign. Average profit, $7. Average loss, $18. So although my win rate has been 56%, I've been closing a couple of trades early. And again, it's because I was getting close to that target and I was trying to secure a bit of profits and objectivity was starting to break down. So closing trades early and then finally on one trade getting a little bit greedy has been what's hurt this account. So yeah, full transparency on it. I've been a little bit less disciplined than what I should have. Now I've identified the reason for this and I want to go ahead and pivot slightly and pull up my screen. Let me share this. Now, I can't be the only person that struggles with this. So I'm going to attempt on my homemade drawing board to recreate what I believe to be the problem and explain how I found a solution to it as well. So this is my best drawing of what I believe to be a trader's brain. Big, beautiful trader's brain that's got all this space inside of it. Now, the issue is this much might be filled up with life admin. Maybe this much of the brain will be filled up with social stuff. This much could be filled up with family and friends. This much could be filled up with work commitments. This much could be filled up with something else, and this much with something else, and maybe this much with something else. So maybe the details is different for every single one of us, but I think we can all agree that in our brain, there is multiple things going on at the same time, and we can just call it stuff. There's just stuff going on. So the creative side and the side that's logical and can think nice and free is operating on about this much capacity. And it's like, well, thanks, Rich. Like, thanks for giving me the smallest office in the building, but I'll do the best I can with it. So this here, we're trying to make logical decisions. So we're looking at the market, we're traders, and we're like, hey, here's our trade. I can see my trading plan says this is my valid trade. I need to take this. I need to place 1 unit of risk, and I need to manage this trade according to my trading plan. That's great. We can think straight because we've got headspace. Now we go ahead and we place that trade because it fits our trading plan. And what happens is this part of the brain becomes full. And we all know it because when we place that trade, what happens? We sit there and we watch that trade. Come on, I can't be the only person that does this. We sit there and we stare at that trade and we go, come on, just go up, or come on, just go down, or whatever the case might be. But by placing the trade, what I noticed for myself, and I want to share this because hopefully it resonates with more people than just me, is this part of the brain becomes full. And as a result, the whole brain is just completely and utterly backed up. It's as full as it can be, and it can no longer think rationally. All I feel in this moment is stress. All I feel is just this overwhelming sense of I just can't think straight. I'm watching the charts. I can't think straight. I just want to have that headspace. I want to be able to think straight. Oh, the trade's up $100. Do you know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to close this trade because I just want that headspace back. That's better. I've closed this trade. Now I can think straight. And now the pressure and the stress starts to drop away and my brain starts to feel a little bit more normal. And that's fantastic. Now I've got this space back. But now I've gained this space back, the logical brain is starting to go, Rich, why on earth did you just close your trade? And I was stuck with this idea of like, I just closed my trade because I wanted to feel normal again. I wanted to get rid of this heightened level of stress. Now, the stress didn't come from placing the trade. The stress came from me hitting that last straw that breaks the camel's back. It's that last thing in my mind that just absolutely overwhelms me. And I genuinely think that we want to go back to like normal. We want to go back to the easiest state that we can. And so often the easiest way to do that, to lower that stress, to get out of that stress position, is to just go ahead and close this trade. But the problem is we're not following our trading plan. Now, I can't be the only trader that experiences this. I genuinely, I know I'm not the only trader. This is why I want to share this stuff. So I spent the last week going through all this stuff and saying, do you know what? This is a one-time task. I've been needing to do this thing forever. Let me go ahead and do it. And I'm going to remove it from my task. Then I'm going to work on this thing. I'm going to get rid of this. It's a one-time task. I'm just going to do it once. And then this thing over here, this can be gone as well because I'm going to work on this and I'm going to fix this. And then this thing over here, I'm going to just trim this and make this a little bit more efficient. Now this is how my brain looks. And actually, this is how my mind has looked for this last week. I've got all this free space, which helps me be creative. It helps me make content. It helps me think straight. It helps me to hold my trades to objectivity. So now, with a big, beautiful trader's brain that we all have, we can look at the markets and we can go, I see a trade. This trade meets my trading plan. I'm going to go into my right account. I'm going to put on 1 unit of risk, whatever your risk might be. It could be $100, could be $1,000, could be $3. Doesn't matter. You put on the relevant risk to that account based on your risk criteria, and you place the trade. And that trade now takes up about this much of your headspace. And we're not stressed. And we've got all this free space here for when that trade moves into profit and into loss. We can ask ourselves good questions. Rich, is this a valid trade? Yes. Is it still a valid trade? Yes. Has anything changed in structure? No. Then hold your trade according to your trading plan. So this is the point I wanted to arrive at, is when we have the capacity and the headspace to think straight, we will make better decisions and we will stick firm to them decisions. So if you have a busy mind, you will bring that busyness into trading. This is what I've experienced firsthand. If you have chaos in your life, you will bring that chaos into your trading. 9 times out of 10, whatever you're experiencing in your lives, you will end up compounding that through your trading. Trading doesn't normally fix problems. It normally gives you more of what you're experiencing outside of trading. This is why it's such a reflective game. So I genuinely think that if you can get to a point where you free up this mental capacity, you can sit there when you take a trade and you can be a happy bunny. You can be pleased that you are doing what you need to within your trading plan. So a little bit of a rant, but it's just something I wanted to share. It's something I've done this week, and it has massively improved my trading objectivity since I made the mistakes that I referenced a little bit earlier. But let me go ahead and get this off the screen. This looks a little bit creepy. It looks like a stalking caterpillar. Anyway, let's pivot back to the trading account. There we are. That's better. I never thought I'd be happier to look at drawdown rather than a creepy face. But the main reason that I'm able to identify what's gone on inside of my trading account is because I have a phenomenal feedback mechanism. And that feedback mechanism, you heard me speak about it before, it's my ASR. It's my advanced self review. It's a review I carry out every day. Every trade I take, I carry out a review on it. Even if it's a good trade, I'll write some comments about it. If it's a bad trade, I'll write some comments about it. And in fact, if I show this here, as you can see, not only am I doing the work, I'm uploading it as a PDF, giving other traders the opportunity to download it and see what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. Because we've heard it said in trading, right? It's a lonely game. And a problem shared is a problem halved. So if I have the opportunity for other traders to see what I'm doing and have that transparency around it, hopefully I'm not stuck for as long and I can move through my sticking points as quick as possible. So my apologies if I look about 4 years older. I had to pause this recording, run off and do a live stream, then do a community call. So now I'm back to try and hash the rest of this together, and I'm in a total different mindset. So I guess the parting words I want to leave you with is identify there's good drawdown, identify there's bad drawdown. Good drawdown is from your strategy by following your rules, and it's natural and it's healthy. Bad drawdown is where you wander off that path and you take on losses that you didn't intend to. So that's pretty much all I can leave you with today. Nothing will happen on this account without me updating you on it. I'm on this journey. You'll see the account in every step of its glory, whether it draws down even further and I have to reduce risk, or whether it starts to go on an upswing. So I just want to say thank you. If you made it this far, feel free to chuck a comment down below. I do my best to get back to every single person that comments on the videos. Really appreciate everyone who's chosen to join along on this journey. I really hope I have better news next time. I can't control whether I make profit, but I can control my behavior patterns. And this is what I put processes in place for. So next time I update on this account, episode number 3 should be coming in with a big grin on my face, whether I draw down or start to recover the account, because I should be able to say, do you know what? I did exactly as I was meant to as a trader. And I hope you can say the same. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.